against my very heart. Poor souls. They perished. And I would any god of power, I would have sunk the sea within the earth or air. It should the good ship so have swallowed the rotting souls within her.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day.
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee. Thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full poor cell, and I no greater father.
More to know to never meddle with our thoughts.
'Tis time I should inform thee further. Lend me thy hand, and pluck my magic garment from me. So, lie there, my heart. Wipe thou thine eyes. Have comfort. The direful spectacle of the wreck which hath touched the very virtue of compassion in thee, I have with such provision in my art so safely ordered. There is no soul but tied to any creature on the vessel which thou sawest sink. Sit, for thou must now know further.
You've often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped, and left me to a bootless inquisition, concluding stay. Not yet.
The hour's now come. Obey, and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto the cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out 3 years old.
Certainly, sir, I can.
Of what? Of any other house or person? Of anything the image tell me that hath kept with thy remembrance?
It's far off and rather like a dream than an assurance that my remembrance warrants. Are not 4 or 5 women who once tended me?
Thou hadst, and more, Miranda. But tell me, how is it that this lives in thy mind? If thou rememberest aught ere thou camest here, how thou camest here thou mayest.
That I do not.
12 years, Miranda. 12 years since thy father was Duke of Milan, and a prince of power.
Sir, are you not my father?
Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter. And thy father was Duke of Milan, and his only heir, and princess. No worse issue.
Oh, the heavens. What foul play had we that we came from thence, or blessed? What's we did?
Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, were we heaved thence, but blessedly all hither.
My heart bleeds to think of the team that I have turned you to, which is from my remembrance. Please you, farther.
My brother, and thy uncle called Antonio, he who next thyself of all the world I loved, and to him put the manage of my state as, at the time being for the liberal arts without a parallel, those being all my study, I cast the government upon my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being wrapped and transported in secret studies. Thy false uncle, dost thou attend?
Sir, most heedfully.
Being once perfected how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance and who to trash for overtopping, new created the creatures that were mine, I say, or changed them, or else new formed them, that having both the key of officer and office, set all the hearts of the state to what tune pleased his ear. That now he was the ivy, that hid my princely trunk, and sucked my verdure out on it. Thou attendest not.
Good sir, I do.
I pray thee, mark. I, thus neglecting all worldly ends, all dedicated to the closeness and bettering of my mind, with that which, but by being so retired, overprized all popular rate, in my false brother, awakened an evil nature. He did believe he was indeed Duke of Milan, out of the substitution, and executing the outward face of royalty with all prerogative. Hence his ambition growing. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
Me, poor man, my library was dukedom enough. Of temporal royalties he thinks me now incapable. Confederates with the King of Naples, to do him annual tribute, and bend the dukedom yet unbowed. Alas, poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping.
Oh, the heavens.
Mark the condition. In the event, then tell me if this might be a brother.
I should sin to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good wombs have borne bad sons.
Now the condition. The King of Naples, being an enemy to me inveterate, hearkens my brother's suit, which was that he should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan on my false brother. Whereon a treacherous army levied one midnight, fated to the purpose did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness the ministers for the purpose hurried thence, me and my crying self.
Alack for mercy! I'm not remembering how I cried out then will cry out again. Is a hint that rings mine eyes to it.
Hear a little further, and I'll bring thee to the present business, without which this story were most impertinent.
Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
Well demanded, wench. Dear, they durst not. So dear the love my people bore me. In few, they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues out to sea, where they had prepared the rotten carcass of a butt, the very rats instinctively had quitted. There they hoist us, to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds, whose pity, sighing back, did us but loving wrong.
Alack, what trouble was I to then?
Oh, a cherubim thou wast, that did preserve me. Thou didst smile, infused with a fortitude from heaven, that raised in me an undergoing stomach, to bear up against what should ensue.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had, and some fresh water, that a noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, did give us, along with rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries. Knowing that I loved my books, he furnished me from mine own library, with volumes that I prize above my due.
That I might but ever see that man.
Sit. Hear a little further, and I'll bring thee to the end of our sea sorrow. Here in this island have I, thy schoolmaster, made thee more profit than can princes that have more time for vainer hours, and tutors not so careful.
Heavens, thank you for it. But now, sir, for still 'tis beating in my mind your reason for raising the sea storm.
Know thus far forth, by strange accident, bounteous fortune hath mine enemies brought to this shore, and by my prescience, I find that my zenith doth depend on a most auspicious star. Here, cease more questions, for thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness, and give it away. I know thou canst not choose. Come away! Servants, come! I am ready now. Approach, my Ariel. Come.
All hail, great master, brave sir, hail. I come to thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel, in all her quality.
Spirit, hast thou to point performed the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article. I boarded the king's ship, now in the waist, in the beak, in every cabin I flamed the amazement. Sometime I divide and burn many places. Now in the topmast yard and bowsprit would I flame distinctly. The meat and joy, Jove's lightning and the precursors of the dreadful thunderclaps, and more momentary in sight outrunning were not. The fire and cracks of his sulphurous roaring, his most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake.
My brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant that this coil would not infect his reason.
Not a soul but felt either of them mad, and played a few tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged into the foaming brine, then all fire with me, the king's son Ferdinand, who sat with his hair up staring, then like reeds, not hair, was the first one that leapt, cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here."
Why, that's my spirit. But it was not this nigh shore.
Close by, my master.
But are they, Ariel? Safe.
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badst me, I dispersed them in troops about the isle. The king's son, having landed by himself, cooling of the air with sighs, in an odd angle of the isle, sitting with his arms in this sad knot.
Of the king's ship, the mariners, say thou hast disposed, and all the rest of the fleet.
Safely in harbor is the king's ship. In a deep nook where once called me up at midnight to fetch dew from the still decks from Eunice. There she stood. All mariners under hatches stowed, and with a charm joined to their suffered labor I had left asleep. And for the rest of the fleet, they had boarded the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing they saw their kingship wrecked and their great person perish.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed. But there's more work. What is the time of the day?
Past the mid-season.
At least 2 glasses. The hours 'twixt 6 and now must by us both be spent most preciously.
Is there more toil? Thou dost give me pains to remind thee what thou hast promised and not yet performed to me.
How now? Moody, what is thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out? No more.
I prithee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made no mistakings, done work without a grudge or grumblings, thou did promise to bait me a full year.
Hast thou forgot from what torment I did free thee?
No.
Thou hast. And thinks it much to tread the ooze of the salt deep, to run upon the sharp wind of the north, and do me business in the veins of the earth when it is baked in frost?
I do not, sir.
Thou liest, malignant thing. Hast thou forgot the foul witch Sycorax, who with age and envy was turned into a hoop? Hast thou forgot her?
No.
Thou hast. Where was she born? Speak. Tell me.
Sir, in Algiers.
Oh, was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been, which thou forgett'st. This foul witch Sycorax, for mischiefs manifold and sorceries, terrible to enter human hearing, from Algiers thou knowest was banished. For one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not this true?
Aye, sir.
This blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child. Then thou, my slave as thou reportst thyself, was her servant. And as thou wast a spirit too delicate to act her earthly and abhorred commands, she did confine thee into a cloven pine, within which rift imprisoned thou didst painfully remain a dozen years, within which space she died, and left thee there. Then was this island, save for the sun she lit her hair, freckled whelp, hag-born, not armored with human shape.
Yes, Caliban, her son.
Dull thing I say, be that Caliban whom now I keep in service. Thou best know what torment I did find thee in. Thy groans did make wolves howl, and did penetrate the breasts of ever-angry bears. It was a torment to lay upon the damned, which Sycorax could not again undo. It was mine art, when I arrived and heard thee, that made gape the pine, and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
If thou more murmurst, I will rend an oak, and peg thee in its knotty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master. I will be correspondent in my commands and do my spriting gently.
Do so! And within 2 days, I'll set thee free.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what? What shall I do?
Go make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go take this shape and hither come in it. Go, hence with diligence.
story put a heaviness in me.
Shake it off. Come on. Visit my slave Caliban, who never yields to kind answer.
He's a villain, sir. I do not love to look on.
But as it is, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in offices that profit us. What? Ho! Slave Caliban! Thou earth, thou! Speak.
There's wood enough within.
Come forth. Thou art best to answer other business. Come, thou tortoise, when? Poisonous slave, got by the devil himself upon thy wicked dam, come forth.
As wicked dew was here my mother brushed, with raven's feather from unwholesome fen, drop on you both. A southwest blow on ye and butcher you all, Lord.
For this be sure tonight thou shalt have cramps. Side stitches that shall pen thy breath up. Urchins shall, for the vast of night that they may work all exercise on thee. Thou shalt be pinched as thick as honeycomb, each pinch more stinging than bees that made 'em.
I must eat my dinner. This island's marred by sycorax, my mother, which thou takes from me. When thou camest first, thou strokest me, and made much of me. Wouldst give me water with berries in it, and teach me how to name the bigger light and how the less that burn by day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle. Fresh springs, brine pits, barren places, and fertile. Curse me that I did so. All the charms of sycorax, toads, bats, beetles, light on you! For I am all the subjects that you have, which once was mine own king, and you stine me in this hard rock, and keep for me the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, whom stripes may move, not kindness. I have used thee, filth as thou art with humane care, and lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
Ha ha ha! It wouldn't have been done. Thou didst prevent me. People knows this isle with Calibans.
A horrid slave, which any prince of goodness cannot take, being capable of all ill. I pity thee. Took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or other. And that it's not savage. Know thine own meaning, but would gabble like a thing most brutish. I endow myself with words to make thy purpose known. Thy vile race, though thou didst learn, had that in it what good natures could not abide with. Therefore was thou so deservedly confined to this rock. What's deserved more than a prison.
You taught me language, and my profit on, 'cause I know how to curse. The red plague greets you for learning your language.
Hagseed, hence. Fetch us in wood and be quick. Thou art best to answer other business. Shrugg'st thou? Malice? If thou neglect'st or dost unwillingly what I command, I'll rack thee with old cramps. Fill all thy bones with aches. Make thee roar, that beasts shall tremble at thy din.
No, pray thee. I must obey. His art is of such power, it would control my damned god Tempest and make a vassal of him.
So, slave, hence.
should this music be? In the air? Or here? It sounds no more. And sure it waits upon some god of the island. Sitting on a bank, weeping again the king my father's wreck, this music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Thence I have followed it, or it hath drawn me rather, but 'tis gone. Now, it begins again.
Full fathom five, thy father lies, of his bones are coral made, those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him but doth fade, but doth suffer a sea change into something rich and strange. See him soundly ring his knell. Hark, now I hear them, ding dong bell, ding dong bell, ding dong bell.
The ditty does remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business, nor no sound that the earth owes. I hear now above me.
The fringed curtain of thine eyes advance, and say what thou seest yon.
What is it? A spirit? Lord, what looks about? Believe me, sir, carries a brave form, but 'tis a spirit.
No, wench. It eats, and sleeps, and hath such senses as we have. Such. This gallant which thou seest was in the wreck, and he's something stained with grief. That's beauty's canker. Thou mightst call him a goodly person. He hath lost his fellows, and strays about to find them.
I might call it a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Spirit, fine spirit, thou shalt be free for this.
Most sure the goddess on whom these airs attend. Vouchsafe my prayer may know if you remain upon this island, and if you will, some good instruction give how I may bear me here. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, oh, you wonder if you be made or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language? Heavens! I am the best of them to speak the speech, were I but where it is spoken.
How now, the best? What wert thou if the King of Naples heard thee?
A single thing as I am now, that wonders to hear thee speak of Naples. He does hear me, and that he does, I weep. Myself am Naples, who with mine eyes, never since the dead, beheld the king my father wrecked.
Lack for mercy.
Yes, fate, and all his lords, the Duke of Milan and his brave son being twain.
The Duke of Milan, his more braver daughter, could control thee if now 'twere fit to do. At first sight they have changed eyes. Fine spirit, thou shalt be free within 2 days for this. A word, good sir. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word.
Why speaks my father so ungently? This is the third man that ere I saw, the first that ere I sighed for. Pity move my father's be inclined my way.
Oh, if a virgin, and your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the Queen of Naples.
Soft, sir. One word more. They are both in either's powers, but this swift business I must make uneasy, lest too light winning make the prize too light. Soft, sir, one word more. I charge thee that thou attend me. Thou dost here usurp the name thou owest not, and hast put thyself upon this island as a spy, to win it from me, the Lord on it.
No, as I'm a man.
There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the evil spirits have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with it.
Speak not for him. He's a traitor. Come. I'll manacle thy feet and neck together. Sea water shalt thou drink, and thy food shall be the withered roots, fresh broke muscles and husks wherein the acorn lie cradled. Follow.
No. I will resist such entertainments until mine enemy has more power.
Father, but not to rush a child and priest gentle and not fearful.
What? My foot, my tutor? Put thy sword up, traitor. Then make such a show, but darest not strike. Thy conscience is so possessed with guilt. Come from thy garb. For here I can disarm thee with this stick, and make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, Father!
Hence, hang not on my garments.
Father, have pity, I'll be his surety.
What? An advocate for an impostor? Silence. Thou thinkst there are no more such shapes as he, having seen but him and Caliban? Foolish wench. To the most of men, this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are the most humble, for I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on. Thy nerves are in their infancy again, and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. The loss of my father, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this man's threats to whom I am subdued are but light to me. Might I but through my prison once a day behold this maid. All corners else of the world let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
Yes. Come. Follow. Thou hast done well, Ariel. Follow me. Hark what else thou shalt do.
Be of comfort, sir. My father's of a better nature than thou hears from him. For this is unwanted, which comes from him.
Thou shalt be as free as mountain winds, but then exactly do all points of my command.
To the syllable.
Come on. Follow. Speak not for him. He's a traitor.
The merchant, and the merchant of just our theme of woe. But for the miracle, I mean our preservation, few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good sir, wear our sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace.
Comfort like cold porridge. The visitor will not give more so. But he's winding up the watch of his wit. My battle strength.
Sir,
What?
when every grief is entertained that's offered, comes the entertainer.
$1.
Dollar comes to him indeed. You have spoken truer than you purpose.
You take it wise than I meant you should.
Therefore, my lord,
Fie, what spendthrift is he of his tongue? Prithee, spare.
wiped on but yet.
We will be talking.
Which of he or Adrian, for a good wager, first begins to crow?
The old cock.
The cock crow.
Done. The wager?
A laughter.
Match.
Though this island seems to be desert,
See your paid.
uninhabitable and almost inaccessible,
Yet.
He couldn't miss it.
it must needs be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance.
Temperance was a delicate wench.
Aye. The subtlest you must learn to deliver.
The air breathes upon us here most sweetly.
Dead lungs. Rotten ones.
Or as 'twere perfumed by a fen.
Here's everything advantageous to life.
True! Save means to live.
Aye. That there is none. A little.
How lush and lusty the grass looks. How green.
The ground indeed is tawny.
Then I am green then.
He misses not much.
I don't mistake the truth entirely.
But the rarity of it is, which is indeed almost beyond credit,
Such rarities are.
is that our garments being as they were drenched in the sea, while notwithstanding their freshness and gloss, being rather new dyed than stained with salt water.
But if one of his pockets could speak, would it not say he lies?
I read falsely, pocket up his report.
Methinks our garments are now as fresh, as when we put them on first in Africa, at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Clebel to the king of Tunis.
It was a sweet marriage. We promised her well in return.
Tunis was never graced with such a paragon to their queen.
Not since widow Dido's time.
Widow Dido? A pox for that! How came thou widow it? Widow Dido?
It reads in widower Aeneas too. The Lord may take it.
Widow Dido, said you? You make me study of that. She was of Carthage, not Tunis.
This Tunis or was Carthage.
Carthage?
I assure you, Carthage.
His word is more than a miraculous harp.
Yet raise the wall and houses too.
What impossible matter will he make easy next?
Think he'll bottle up the sun and take it home to his son for an apple.
And sowing the kernels of it in the sea to bring forth more islands.
Aye.
Why, in good time.
Sir, we were talking that our garments now is fresh, as we were at Tunis, that the marriage of your daughter was now queen.
And the marriage that ever came there.
Hey, I beseech you, widow Dido.
Oh, Widow Dido? Aye, Widow Dido.
Is not, sir, my doublet as fresh as the first day I wore it? I mean, in a sort.
That sword was well fished for.
But when I wore to your daughter's marriage.
Cram these words into my ears, it's the stomach of my sense. I have never married my daughter there. For coming thence, his son is lost. And in my rage, she too, was so far from Italy removed that I never again shall see her. O thou mine heir of Naples, and of Milan, what strange fish hath made his meal on thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him and ride upon their backs. He trod the waters, whose enmity he flung aside, and breasted the surge most swollen that met him. His noble head above the contentious waves he kept, and oared himself with his good arms in lusty stroke to the shore, with o'er his wave-worn basest bowed as stooping to relieve him. I not doubt he came alive to land.
No. No, he's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. I would not bless her yoke with your daughter, brother loose from African. She's at least advanced from thine eye and caused wet to grief on.
Prithee, ease.
You're blessed to and importuned otherwise by all of us. Fair stole herself moving between obedience and motives at which in the beam should bow. We've lost your son, I fear, forever. Milan and Naples have our widows in this business making, and we bring men to comfort them. Fault's your own.
So is the dearest of the lost.
My lord Sebastian, the truth you speak doth lack some gentleness and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
And most churchenly.
It's foul weather us all good, sir, when you're cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
And I have plantation of this isle, my lord.
It's sowed with nettle seed.
Or docks or fallows.
And with a king on it, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
In the Commonwealth, I would by contraries execute all things. For no kind of traffic would I admit. No name of magistrate, letters should not be known. Riches, poverty, and use of service none. Contract, succession, born, bound of land, till vineyard none. No use of metal, corn, wine, or oil. An occupation, all men idle, all. And women too, but innocent and pure. No sovereignty.
Yet, you would be king on it.
The latter end of his commonwealth forgets the beginning.
All things in common nature were produced without sweat or endeavor. Treason, felony, sword, pike, knife, gun, or need of any engine would I not have. But nature bring forth of its own kind, all follies in all abundance, to feed my innocent people.
No marrying among his subjects?
Oh, none men, all idle, whores and knaves.
And would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age.
Save his majesty!
Long live Gonzalo!
And do you mark me, sir?
Prithee, no more, thou dost of nothing to me.
I do well believe, your highness, and did to administer occasion to these gentlemen with such nimble and sensible lungs that they use to laugh at nothing.
'Twas you we laughed
When this kind of very fool gave nothing to you, so you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
What a blow there was given!
I don't fall for not long.
You are gentlemen of brave metal. You would lift the moon out of her sphere and continued 5 weeks without changing.
Would so. Let go of that fouling.
Nay, good my lord, be not angry.
No, I warrant you. I will not adventure my discretion so weakly. Will you laugh me asleep? For I am heavy.
Go sleep, and hear us.
What? All so soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would, themselves, shut up my thoughts. I feel they're inclined to do so.
Please, sir, do not make a heavy offer of it. It seldom is a sorrow. When it does, it is a comforter.
We too, my lord, will guard your persons and take your rest, and watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
Strange drowsiness for this, isn't it?
It is the quality of the climate.
Why not the nuts and garlands? I myself not disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They fell together as if by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What night, worthy Sebastian? Oh, what night? No more. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face. What thou shouldst be, the occasion speaks thee. My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon your head. What?
Art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
I do. Surely the sleepy language not I speak so that I sleep. What's it thou did say? This is a strange repose to be asleep with eyes wide open. Walking, speaking, moving, yet so fast asleep.
Noble Sebastian, thou lettest thy fortune sleep, die rather, wingest while thou art waking.
Thou dost snore distinctly. There's meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious than my custom. You must be too, if to heed me trebles thee o'er.
Well, I am standing water.
I'll teach you how to flow.
Do so. That hereditary sloth instructs me.
Oh, if you knew how the purpose cherishes lest you walk it. How in stripping it, the more you invest in it. Ebbing men indeed do most often near the bottom run, by their own fear or sloth.
Prithee, say on. Setting thine eye and cheek, proclaim, matter from thee, the birth indeed, to those who much yield.
Thus, sir, although this lord of weak remembrance, who shall be of as little memory when he is earthed, hath here almost persuaded, for he's a spirit of persuasion, only professes to persuade. The king, his son's alive. It is impossible that he's undrowned, as he that here sleeps swims.
I have no hope that he is undrowned.
Out of that no hope, what great hope of you! That way no hope, another way so high hope, that even ambition could not pierce wings beyond but doubt discovery there. Will you grant me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who's the next heir of Naples?
Clara.
She that is queen of Tunis? She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life? She that from whom we were all sea-swallowed, though some cast again, and by that destiny, form an actor of what's past is prologue, and what's to come is in yours and my discharge.
What stuff is this? Say you? It's true. My brother's daughter's queen of Tunis, so she's heir of Naples. Twixt regions there is some
A
space.
space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Clarabelle measure us back to Naples? keep in Tunis. And let Sebastian wake. Say this were death that now hath seized them. They'd be no worse than now they are. There be that can rule as well as he that here sleeps. And lords can prate as amply and unnecessarily as this Gonzalo. I myself could make a chaff of this deep a chat. Oh, you bored the mind that I do. What a sleep would this be for your advancement? Do you understand me?
Thinks I do.
And how does your content enter your own good fortune?
I remember it's the plants. Brother, Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me. Much better than before. My brother's servants were then my fellows. They are now my men.
For your conscience.
Aye, sir, where lies that? 'Twere a guide to equip me to my slipper, but I feel not the staighty in my bosom. 20 consciences lie twixt me and Milan, candied be they, and melt ere they molest. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon, whom I with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, could lay to bed forever. Whilst you doing thus, to the perpetual wing for aye might this ancient morsel, this Sir Prudence, who should not upbraid our course. For all the rest, we'll take Justin as easily as cat laps milk. They'll tell the clock to any business we say befits the hour.
Make haste your French be my president. So I got to Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the debt that thou payest, and I the king shall love thee.
Draw together. And when I rear my hand, you do the like, and fall upon Gonzalo.
My master through his art foresees the danger that you, his friend, are in, and sends me forth to keep them living for us his project dies. While you here do snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy his time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shake off slumber and beware. Awake, awake!
Thou good angels preserve the king.
What? Hannah, ho! Awake? What are you doing? What for this ghastly looking?
What's the matter?
Whilst we stood here securing our repose, we heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like bulls or rather lions. Did thou not hear it? It struck mine ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
Oh, 'twas a din to fright of monsters here. To make an earthquake surely was the roar of a whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
On mine honor, sir, I heard a humming, and that a strange one too, which should awake me. I shake you, sir, and cried. As mine eyes opened, I saw the weapons drawn. There was a noise, that's verily. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard or quit this place. Draw your weapon.
Lead off this ground. Let's make further search for my poor son.
Heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure on the island.
Lead away.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go on safely to seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up, from bogs, fens, flats, on Prosper fall, and make him by inchmular disease. Spirits, hear me. If I leave, must curse. But they'll nor pinch, fright me with urchin shows, pitch me the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark. Out of my way unless he bid him, for every trifle that he set upon me. Sometimes like apes that mow and chatter at me, and after bite me. Then like hedgehogs that lie tumbling on my barefoot way, and mount their pricks on my footfall. Sometimes am I all wound with adders, and with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. Lo now, lo. Here comes a spirit of his that to torment me for bringing wood and slow me. I'll fall flat. Perchance I'll not mind me.
There's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. And another storm brewing. I hear it sing in the wind. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bombard that was shed his liquor. Oh, Fisher thunders a day before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same black cloud cannot choose but to fall by pailfuls. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? Fish? Smells like a fish. Very ancient fish-like smell. Kind of not of the newest poor John. Strange fish. Right in England now as I once was, and had with this fish painted. Not but a holiday fool there would give but a piece of silver. There would this monster make him mad. Any strange beast there makes him mad. Not give a doit to relieve a lame beggar. Lay out 10 and see a dead Indian. I think like a man. And fins like arms. Warm my troth, I do not lose my opinion. Hold it no longer. This is not a fish, but an islander that lately suffered by a thunderstorm. Misery acquaints a man with poor bedfellows. Here shall I shroud to the dregs of the storm be cast. I shall no more to sea. Here shall I die ashore. This is a scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort. The master, the swimmer, the boatswain, I, the gunner, and his mate, loved Molbig and married and Marjorie. But none of us cared for Kate, for she had a tongue with a tang, would cry to a sailor, "Goo, hang!" She loved not the savor of tar nor of pitch, yet a tailor might scratch her, were she an inch. And the sea boys let her go, hang! And the sea boys let her go, hang! This is a scurvy tune too, but here's my comfort. Do not torment me, oh! What's the matter? Have we devils here? Do you put tricks upon with savages and men of it? Huh? I have not escaped drowning now to be afeard of your 4 legs. For it has been said, as proper a man as ever went on 4 legs cannot make him give ground, and it shall be said so again, as long as Stefano breathes at nostrils. The spirit torments me. Oh. This is some monster of the isle who hath got, as I take it, an ague. Where the devil should he learn our language? I will give him some relief if it be but for that. If I can recover him and keep him tame and get to Naples with him. He's a present for any emperor that ever trod on these southern. Do not torment me. Prithee, I'll bring my wood home faster. He is in his fit now, and does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my bottle. If he has never drunk wine afore, it will go near to remove his fit. If I can recover him and keep him tame, I will not take too much for him. He shall pay for him, and that hath him, and that soundly.
Thou dost me yet for little hurt. Thou wilt anon. I know it by thy trembling. Now prosper works upon thee.
Come on, your voice. Open your mouth. Here's that which will give language to your cat. Open your mouth. This will shake your shaking. I can tell you that, and that soundly. You cannot tell who's your friend. Open your chops again. Amen. I'll pour some in thy other mouth. I can know that voice, but he is drowned. These are devils. Oh, defend me! 4 legs and 2 voices? A most delicate monster. His forward voice is to speak well of his friend, but his backward voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. If all the wine in my bottle can recover him, I will execute you. Stefano! Don't tell him out to call me! Mercy! Mercy! This is a devil and no monster! I will leave him. I have no long spoon. Stefano! If thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo. Be not afeard, thy good friend, Trinculo. If thou beest Trinculo indeed, I'll pull thee by the lesser legs, if any be Trinculo's legs. These are they. Thou art a very Trinculo indeed. How first I'll be at the siege of this mooncalf. Can he vent trinculos?
I took him to be an islander killed by a thunderstroke. But art thou living, Stefano? Oh, I hope thou art not drowned. Is the storm overblown? I hid under the mooncalf's gabardine and feared the storm. Oh, but art thou living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, do me a bold escape!
Prithee, do not turn me about. My stomach is not constant.
These be fine things. They be not sprites. It's a brave god and bear celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
How dost thou escape? How canst thou it? Here, swear by this bottle. How dost thou it? I escaped upon the bottle sack, which the sailors heaved overboard, and by this bottle, which I made with mine own hands since I was cast ashore.
I'll swear by that bottle to be thy true subject, for the liquor is not earthly.
Come, swear then, how dost thou escape?
I swam ashore, man. Like a duck. I swim like a duck. I'll be sworn.
Here, kiss them. Thou canst swim like a duck. Thou art made like a goose.
Stefano, hast thou any more of this?
A whole butt, man. My cellar is hid under a rock by the seaside. My wine is hid. How now, mooncalf? How dost thou know me?
Dost thou not drop from heaven?
Out of the moon, I do assure thee. I was a man in moon when time was.
I've seen thee in her. Do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee. And thy dog, and thy bush.
This light is a very shallow monster. I have feared him. Very weak monster. A man in the moon. Most poor, credulous monster. Well-drawn monster, in good sooth.
Here, swear that. Kiss the book. I will furnish it along with new contents. Swear.
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island. I will kiss thy foot. Prithee, be my god.
This light is the most drunken, perfidious monster. The god's asleep, but robs bottle.
Come on, down and swear.
I'll kiss thy foot. I'll swear myself thy subject.
I should laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster. Scurvy monster. I could find my heart to beat.
Come, kiss.
Oh, but the poor monster's in drink. What an abominable monster.
I'll show thee the best springs. I'll pluck thee berries, and get thee wood enough. A plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks, but serve thee, thou wondrous man.
A ridiculous monster. Make a wonder of a poor drunkard.
Prithee, let me bring thee where crabs grow, and with my long nails I'll dig thee pig nuts. Show thee a jay's nest, instruct thee how to snare the nimble marmoset. I'll bring thee to clustering filberts, and sometimes I'll get thee young scambles from the rock. Wilt thou go with me?
Prithee, leave without further talking. Trinculo, having the king and else our company being drowned, we will inherit here. Fill out Trinculo. We'll fill in by and by.
Farewell, master, farewell, farewell.
Howling monster. Drunken monster.
No more dams I'll make for fish, nor fetching, firing at requiring, nor scrape treachery, nor wash dish. Man, drop Caliban, as a new master, get a new man. Freedom!
Hayde!
Freedom!
Hayde!
Freedom!
Hayde!
Freedom!
Hayde! Oh, brave master, lead the way. Hayde! Hayde! Hayde!
Freedom! Hayde!
There be some sports are painful, and their labor delight in them set off. Some kinds of baseness are nobly undergone, and most poor matters point to rich ends. This, my mean task, will be as heavy to me as odious. But the mistress which I serve quickens what's dead, and makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father's crown, and he's composed of harshness. I must remove some 1,000 of these logs and pile them up upon a sore junction. My sweet mistress weeps when she sees me work, and says such baseness I'd never like executed. I forget that these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors, most busyless when I do it.
Alas, now pray you. But not so hard. How would the lightning have burned up these logs that you were enjoined to pile? We sit it down and rest you. This burns will weep for having wearied you. Rest yourself. My father is hard studying, he saved these 3 hours.
Most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll carry your log for a while. Pray, give me that. I'll carry it to the pile.
No, precious creature. I'd rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by.
It would become me as well as it does you, and I should do it with more ease, for my good will is to it, nor is it against.
Poor worm, thou art infected. This visitation shows it.
Look wearily.
No, noble mistress. 'Tis fresh morning with me when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly so that I might set it in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, my father, I broke your hest to say so.
Admire Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration. Worth what's dearest to the world. Full many a lady I have eyed with best regard. And many a time the harmony of their tongues hath into bondage brought my too diligent ear. For several virtues I have liked several women. Never any with so full soul, but some defect in her did quarrel with the noblest Gratio and put us to the foil. But you, oh you, so perfect and so peerless, are created of every creature's best.
I do not know one of my sex, nor woman's face, remember, save for my past, mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, my good friend, and my dear father. Her features are abroad and skilless of, but by my modesty, the jewel in my dower, I would not want any other companion in the world but you, nor can imagination form a shape beside yourself to like of. But I prattle something too wildly, and my father's precepts I dare and do forget.
I am, in my condition, a prince, Miranda. I do think a king. I would not so. And would no more endure this wooden slavery than to suffer the flesh fly below my mouth. Hear my soul speak. The very instant that I saw you did my heart fly to your service. There resides to make me slave to it. And for your sake am I this patient logger.
Do you love me?
O heaven, O earth, bear witness to the sound and crown what I profess with kind event if I speak true. If hollowly, invert what best is boded me to mischief. I, beyond all limit of what else in the world, do love, prize, honor you.
Fool to weep at what I'm glad of.
Fair encounter of two most rare affections. Heavens, rain grace on that which breathes between them.
Wherefore weep you?
At mine unworthiness, I dare not offer what I desire to give until die to want. But this is trifling. The more it seeks to hide itself in bigger bulk it shows. Hence, bashful cunning and plot me plain and holy innocence. I am your wife, if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow, you can't deny me, but I'll be your servant, whether you will or no.
My mistress, dearest, and I thus humble ever.
My husband, then.
I, with a heart as willing as bondage ever of freedom. Here's my hand.
And mine is my heart in it. And now farewell, till half an hour hence.
Thousand.
As glad of this as they, I cannot be, who art surprised withal. But my rejoicing of nothing can be more. I'll to my book. For yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
When the blood is out, we will drink water, and not a drop before. So therefore, bear up and boredom, servant master. Drink to me.
Servant monster. Folly of this island. See, there's but 5 of us on this island. We are 3. Either 2 be brain like us, the state totters.
Drink, servant master, when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in thy head.
Where should they be set else? You're a brave monster indeed if his eyes are set in his tail.
My man monster had drowned in tongue and sack. For my part, the sea cannot drown me. I swam. Here I could recover the shore. 35 leagues off and on, and by this light, thou shalt be my lieutenant, master, or my standard.
You're a lieutenant if you list. There's no standard.
Will not know my service.
Nor go neither, but you'll lie like dogs and yet say nothing neither.
Mooncalf, speak what's in thy life. If thou beest a good mooncalf.
How does thy honor? Let me lick thy shoe. I'll not serve him, he's not valiant.
Thou liest, most ignorant monster. I am engaged to jostle a constable. Thou debauched fish, thou. Was there ever a man a coward that drunk as much sack as I today? Wilt thou go and tell a monstrous lie, being but half a fish and half a monster?
Lo, how he mocks me. Wilt thou let him, my lord?
Lord, quoth he, that a monster should be such a natural.
Lo again, bite him to death, I pray thee.
Triculo, keep a good tongue in your head. If you prove a mutineer, the next tree. The poor monster is my subject, and he shall not suffer indignity.
I thank my noble lord. Wilt thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit I made to thee?
Marry, will I? I will stand. And so shall Trinculo.
Why, as I told thee before, I'm subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer, whom by his cunning had cheated me of this land.
Thou liest.
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou! I would my valiant master would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo, interrupt the monster one word further in his tail, and by this act, I will supplant some of your teeth.
Why, I said nothing.
Mum then, and no more. Proceed.
I say by sorcery he got this out. For me he got it. If thy greatness were revenged on him, for I know thou darest when this thing dare not.
That's most certain.
Thou shalt be lord of it, and I'll serve thee.
How now shall this become past? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, my lord. I'll yield him be asleep. There thou mayst knock a nail into his head.
Thou liest, thou canst not.
Pie, it's ninny is this, thou scurvy patch. I do beseech thy greatness, take his bottle from him. When that's gone, he'll drink not for pride, for I'll not show him where the quick fetches are.
Trinculo, run into no further danger. Interrupt the monster one word further, and by this hand, I'll turn my mercy out of it and make a suck to show thee.
Why, what did I? I did nothing. I'll go farther off.
This thou say not lie?
Thou liest.
Do I so? Take thou that, and since you like it so much, give me a lie another time.
I did not give the lie. How do your wits in hearing too? Pox on your bottle. Let's get a sack and drink and do. Hurry in on your monster. Devil taking his fingers.
Forward with your tail. Prithee, stand further off.
Beat him enough, and after a little time, I'll beat him too.
Stand further. Shh. Proceed.
'Tis a custom with him in the afternoon to sleep. There thou mayst brain him, the law, batter his skull, or punch him with a stake, or cut his weazen with thy knife. But remember first to possess his books, for without them he's but a sot, as I am, and have not one spirit to command. They all do hate him as ruthlessly as I. Burn but his books he has brave utensils, which he has a home he'll deck withal. But the thing most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter. He himself calls her a nonpareil. I never saw a woman, but only Sycorax, my dam, and she. But she is far surpasses Sycorax, as great as does least.
Is it so brave, alas?
Aye, Lord, and she shall become thy bed, I warrant, and bring forth thee brave brood.
Monster, I will kill this man. His daughter and I shall be king and queen, save our graces. And Trinculo and thyself shall be viceroys. Dost thou like the plot, Trinculo?
Excellent.
Give me thy hand. I'm sorry I beat thee, but while thou livest, keep a good tongue in your head.
Within this half hour will he be asleep. Wilt thou destroy him then?
Aye, on mine honor.
This will I tell my master.
Thou makes me merry. Let us be jocund. Will you troll the catch you taught me a while there?
Aye, monster. I'll do reason. Any reason. Come, Trinculo. Let us sit.
Flatum and catum, scatum and flatum, thought is free.
Flatum and catum, scatum and flatum, thought is free. Flatum and catum, scatum and flatum, thought is free.
That's not the tune.
What is this same?
This is the tune of our patch. Keep my picture of nobody.
If thou be'st a man, show thyself in thy likeness. If thou be'st the devil, thinkest thou this?
Oh, forgive me my sins.
He that dies pays all debts. I defy thee.
Art thou afeard?
Oh no, monster, not I.
Be not afeard. For the isle is full of noises, sounds and sweet airs that give delight, and heard not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices that in dreaming the clouds we thought would show riches ready to drop upon me. That when I had waked, I cried to dream again.
This will prove a brave kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing.
Or prosper and destroy.
That shall be by and by.
He's going away. Let's follow him, and after do our work.
Lead, monster. We'll follow.
I'll follow Stefano.
Alack, I could go no further, sir. My old bones ache. He was a maze trod through forthrights and meanders. My patience I needs must rest me.
O Lord, I cannot blame thee. For myself touched where instead dealt with my spirits. Sit down and rest. Even here, I will put off my hope, and keep it no longer for my flatterer. He is traveling with the stream to find. He mocks our frustrated search on land. Well, let him go.
I'm very glad that you so out of hope. Do not form repulse for no other purpose than your resolve to effect.
Makes eventually take thorough.
Let it be tonight. For now they are oppressed with travail and cannot or will not be vigilant when they are
Say tonight. No more.
What harmony is this? My good friends.
Marvelous sweet music.
He was trying to keep his heavens. What were these?
Living trollery. How believe they're unicorns. In Arabia, there's one tree that feeds the throne. What phoenix is already there?
I'll believe both, for which else want credit. Come to me and I'll be sworn 'tis true. Travelers in there did lie, though fools at home condemn them.
If in Naples I should report this now, would they believe me? If I should say I saw such islanders, whose cities are people of the island, who note their monsters shape more gentle kind than any of our human generation, you should find many, nay, almost any.
Honest Lord, thou hast said well. For some of you there present are worse than devils.
Not too much to use such shapes, such gestures, and such sad expressing. Though they want these entire kind of excellent
stranger.
No matter, since they left their viands behind. We have stomachs. Will it please your taste buds here?
Not I.
Faith, sir, you need not fear. When we were boys, who believed their mountaineers do lap like bulls where their throats hang at him? Wallets of flesh that those men's whose heads stood in their breasts, which now we find. Each put out of 5 to 1 will bring us good warrant of.
I will stand to and feed on my hostile matters since the best is past. Brother, my lord the Duke, stand to and do as we do.
You are free men of sin, whom destiny that hath to instrument this lower world, and what is in it that never surfeited sea, hath belched up you on this island where man doth not inhabit. I have made you mad, and even such like valor men hang and drown their proper selves. You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate. The elements of whom your swords are tempered may as well wound the loud winds, or with be mocked at staffs kill the still closing waters. Even if you could turn, your swords are now too heavy for your strength, and will not be uplifted. But remember, for that's my business too, that you three from Milan did supplant good Prospero, exposed into the sea which hath requited him and his innocent child, for which foul deed all the powers delaying heaven sends to the seas, yea, all the creatures against your peace. He of thy son Alonso they have bereft, and do pronounce by me lingering perdition, worse than any death can be at once, shall step by step attend you and your ways, whose wrath to guard you from, else falls upon your head, is nothing but heart sorrow and the clear light ensuing.
Bravely the figure of this harpiest thou performed, my Ariel. A grace it had, devouring. Of my instruction hast thou nothing bated in what thou hast to say. So with good life, and observation strange, these my meaner ministers, their several kinds have done. And these mine enemies are all knit up in their distractions. They now are in my power. And in these fits I leave them, while I visit young Ferdinand, whom they suppose is drowned, and his and mine loved darling.
In the name of something holy, sir, why stand you in this strange stare?
Oh, it's monstrous. Monstrous. Though the pillar spoke and told me of it, the winds did say it to me. And the thunder, that demon dreadful rolling pipe, pronounced the name of Prosper. Did base my trespass. And therefore my son, in the ooze is bedded, and I will seek him deeper than ever plummet sounded. And with him, there lie mudded.
One feet at a time. We'll fight their legions on! I'll be thy second!
All three of them are desperate. The great deal like poison given to a good time after, and begins to bite the spirits. I beseech you that our supple joints. Follow them swiftly and hinder them for what this ecstasy may not provoke them to do.
Follow, I pray you.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. For here have I given you a third of mine own life, for that for which I live, whom once again I tender to thy hand. All thy vexations were but trials of thy love, and thou hast strangely stood the test. Here afore heaven, I do ratify this, my rich gift. O Ferdinand, do not smile at me that I boast of her. For thou shalt find that she will outstrip all praise, and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it against an oracle.
Then as my gift, and thine own acquisition worthily purchased, take my daughter. But if thou dost break her virgin not before all sanctimonious ceremony may with full and holy rite be ministered, no sweet aspersion shall the heavens let fall to make this contract grow. But barren hate, sour-eyed disdain and discord shall bestrew the union of your bed with weeds so loathly that ye shall hate it, both. Therefore take heed, as Hymen's lamps shall light you.
As I hope for quiet days, fair issue and long life, with such love as 'tis now. The murkiest den, the most opportune place, the strongest suggestion our worser genius can, shall never melt mine honor into lust, to take away the edge of that day's celebration when I shall think or Phoebus' steeds are founded, or night kept chain below.
Fairly spoke. Sit then, and talk with her. She is thine own. What, Ariel? My industrious servant, Ariel.
What would my good master? Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows thy last task do worthily perform, and I must use you in another such trick. Go bring the rabble o'er whom I gave thee power here to this place. Incite them to quick motion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise, and then expected of me.
Presently,
I, with a twink.
before you can say come and go, and breathe twice and cry so, each one tripping on his toe be here with mock and mow. Do you love me, master? No?
Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou dost hear me call.
Well, I can see.
Look thou, be true! Do not give dalliance too much the rein. The strongest oaths are straw to the fire of the blood. Be more abstemious, or else good night your vow.
I warrant you, sir. The white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Well. The time's now come. Appear, my Ariel. Approach and Berkeley. No tongue, all eyes, be silent.
Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich leaves of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas. Thy turfy mountains, where live nibbling sheep, and flat meads thatched, with stover them to keep. Thy banks, with peonied and twilled brims, which spongy April at thy hest betrims, to make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and thy broom groves, whose shadows the dismissive bachelor loves, being lastlorn. Thy palm-clipped vineyard, and sea marsh sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost err, the queen of the sky, whose watery arch and messenger am I, bids thee leave these, and with her sovereign grace, here in this grass plot, in this very place, to come and sport, her peacocks fly amain. Approach, rich Ceres, her to entertain.
Hail, many-colored messenger, that never dost disobey the wife of Jupiter, who with thy saffron wings upon my flowers diffused honey drops, refreshing showers, with each end of thy blue bow dost crown my bosky acres and my unshrubed down, rich scarf to my proud earth. Why hast thy queen summoned me hither to this short grass green?
A contract of true love to celebrate, and donation freely to estate on the blessed lovers.
tell me, heavenly back, if Venus and her son, as thou dost know, do now attend the queen. For they did plot means that dusky dis my daughter got. Her and her blind boy's scandaled company I have forsworn.
Of her society, be not afraid. I met her deity, cutting the clouds to her pavements, with her son, no drawn with her. They therefore have been sent to perform some wanton charm upon this man and maid, whose vow said, no bedrite shall be paid, till Hymen's torch be lighted, but in vain. Mars' hot minion has returned to me. Her waspish-headed son has broke his arrows, swears he will shoot no more, but play with sparrows, and be a boy or no.
Highest queen of state, great Juno comes, I know her by her gait.
How does my bounteous sister? Come with me to bless this twain, they may prosperous be honored in their issue.
Honor riches, marriage blessing, long continuous and increasing, hourly joys be still upon you, Juno sings her blessings on you. Earth's increase, boys in plenty, lords and garners left for empty, buds with clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly burdens bowing. Spring come to you at the farthest, in the very end of harvest, scarcity and want shall shun you, Ceres' blessing solely on you.
This is a most majestic vision, and harmonious charmingly. May I be bold to think these spirits?
Spirits which, by mine art, I have from their confines called, to enact my present fancies.
Oh, let me live here ever. So rare a wondered father and wife makes this place paradise.
Sweet now, silence. Juno and Ceres whisper seriously. There's something else to do. Hush and be mute, or else the spell is marred.
You nymphs, called naiads, of the wintering brooks, with your sedged crowns and ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels, and on this green land, answer your summons, Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love, be not too late. You sunburned sickle men of August weary, leave your furrow and be merry. Make holiday your rye straw hats put on, and fresh nymphs encounter everyone in country footing.
conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. The moment of their plot has almost come. Well done. Ahoy! No more.
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never to this day saw him touched with anger so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. These our revels now are ended, and our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the cloud-capped towers, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit, shall dissolve. And like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Forgive me, sir. I am vexed. Bear with my weakness. My old brain is troubled. If you be pleased, retire into my cell, and there repose. Turn or two I'll walk, to still my beating mind.
We wish you peace.
Come with a thought, I thank thee. Ariel, come.
Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban.
Aye, my commander. When I presented Ceres, I thought to have told thee of it, but I feared lest I might anger thee.
Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, sir. They were red hot with drinking, so full of valor that they smote the air for breathing in their faces, beat the ground for kissing of their feet, yet always bending towards their project. Then I beat my tabard, which like unbacked colts they pricked their ears, advanced their eyelids, lifted their noses as they smelt music. Then calf-like they may lowing followed through, tooth briars, pricking gorse and thorns, which entered their frail shins. At last, I left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond your cell. In there, dancing up to their chins as the lake overstunk their feet.
This was well done, my bird. Thy trumpery, in my house, go fetch it and bring it hither, for stale to catch these thieves.
I go.
A devil. A born devil on whose nature nurture can never stick, on whom my pains, humanely taken all lost, quite lost. As with age his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers. I will plague them all, even to roaring. Come, hang them on this line.
May you tread softly. Let the blind mole may not hear a footfall. You're now near his cell.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than play the jack with us.
Monster! You smell horse piss, which my nose is in great indignation.
So do I. If I were to take a displeasure against you, monster.
Look, you outward but a lost monster.
Good, my lord, give me thy favor still. For the prize I'll bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore speak softly. All's hushed as midnight yet.
Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool.
There's not only disgrace and dishonor in that, monster, but an infinite loss.
That's more to me than my wedding. This is your harmless fairy monster.
Prithee, my king, be quiet. Cease thou. This is the mouth of the cell. Do thy good mischief that'll make this island thine own forever. And I thy Caliban, for I thy footlicker.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, King Stefano! Oh, Peter! Already, Stefano! Look what garments are on this line for us.
Let it alone, thou fool, it is but trash.
Oh, monster, we know it belongs to a frippery. Oh, King Stefano!
Trinculo, put off that gown. By this hand, I'll have that gown.
I grace shall have it.
Dropsy, drown this fool. What do you mean to dote us on such luggage? If he awake, from toe to crown, he'll fill our skin with pinches, make us strange stuff.
Wilt thou be quiet, master? Mistress Light, is this not my jerkin? Now's the jerkin under the line. Now, jerkin, you're like to lose your hair. Up for a bald jerkin.
Do. We steal by line and level. I like your grace.
Which shall not go unrewarded in my kingdom. Still by line and level is an excellent passive pay. There's a garment for it.
Monster, come, put some lime on your fingers and away with the rest.
I'll have none on it. We shall lose our time, and all be turned to barnacles or apes with foreheads villainous low.
Monster, help me carry this, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom.
And this.
Aye, and this.
Hey, Mountain, hey!
Silver, there goes, Silver.
Fury, there, tyrant, there, hard.
Go charge them, my gods, that they grind their joints with dry convulsions, choking up their sinews with aged cramps, and more peat spotted make them than power.
Cat Mountain. Let them be hunted. Soundly. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have the air of freedom. For a little, follow, and do me service. Now my project gathers to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 6th hour, my lord, at which time you said our work should cease.
I did say so, when first I raised the Tempest. Say again, spirit, how fares the king and his followers?
Confined together. In the same fashion as you gave charge. All prisoners, sir. In the lime grove which weather fence your cell. They cannot budge till your release. The king, his brother, and yours abide all three distracted, and the remainder of the group brimful of sorrow and dismay. But chiefly him that you charge, sir, the good old Lord Gonzalo. Tears stream down his face like winter's drops from eaves of reeds. Your charms so strongly work on that, if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, were I human.
And mine shall. Hast thou, which art but air, a touch, a feeling of their affliction? And shall not myself, one of their own kind, that relish all passion as sharply as they, be not kindlier moved than thou art? Though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason, against my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. They being penitent, the sole drift of my purpose doth extend not a frown further. Go release them, my Harry. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
Ye elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes and groves, and ye that on sands with printless foot do chase the ebbing Neptune, and do fly him when he returns. You demi-puppets that by moonshine do the green sour ringlets make, whereof the yew not bites, and you whose pastime it is to make midnight mushrooms, that rejoice to hear solemn curfew, by whose aid, weak masters though ye be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the meeterness winds, and twixt the green sea and the azure vault set roaring war. the dread. Rattling thunder have I given fire, and ripped each Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. The strong base promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar. Graves have, opened at my command, waked their sleepers by my so potent art. But this rough magic I hear of Jewel, and when I have need for some heavenly music to work mine end upon their senses, that even now this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms under the earth, and deeper than it ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. A solemn air, and the best comforter to an unsettled fancy, cure thy brains. Now useless boil within thy skull. There stand, for you are spells sweet. O good Gonzalo, mine eyes, sociable even to the show of thine, fall fellowy drops. The charm dissolves apace, and as the morning steals upon the night, melting the darkness, so their rising senses begin to chase the ignorant fumes that mantle their clearer reason. O holy Gonzalo, my true preserver and a loyal sir to him thou followest, I will pay thy graces home in both word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou, Alonso, use me and my daughter. Thy brother was a further in the act, thou art pinched for it now, Sebastian. Flesh and blood. You, brother of mine, that entertained ambition, expelled remorse and nature, whom, along with Sebastian, whose inward pinches therefore are most strong, I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Their understanding begins to swell, and will soon reach the reasonable shore that now lies foul and muddy. None of them yet looks on me, or would know me. Ariel, fetch me the garments in my cell. I will discase me, and myself present as I was some time ere Milan. Quickly, spirit, thou shalt ere long be free.
Where the bee sucks, there suck I. In a cowslip's fell I lie. There I couch when owls do cry. On a bat's back I do fly. Merrily, merrily shall I live now, under the blossom that hangs on the bough.
Why, that's my dainty Ariel. I shall miss thee, but yet thou shalt be free. So, to the king's ship. Invisible as thou art, there shalt thou find the mariners asleep under the hatches. Being awake, enforce them to this place, and quickly, I prithee.
I drink the air before me and return ere your pulse twice beat.
All torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero. For more assurance that a living prince does now speak to thee, I embrace thy body. To thee and thy company bid a hearty welcome.
Whether thou beest here now or some enchanted trifle to abuse me, as late I have been, I not know. Thy pulse beats of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee the affliction my mind amends, which I fear madness held me. This must grave, and if this be at all, a most strange story. Thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. How should Prospero be living? Be here.
First, noble Gonzalo, let me embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or be not, I'll not swear.
You do yet taste some subtleties of the isle and will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, my friends all. But you. My brace of lords, were I so minded, I could here pluck his highness frown upon you, and justify you traitors. At this time, I will tell no tales.
Devil speaks in him.
No. For you, most villainous sir, whom to even call brother would infect my mouth, I do forgive thy rankest fault. All of them. And require my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must give.
Thou beest Prospero. In this particular is thy preservation. How thou hast met us here 3 hours since we wrecked upon that shore. I have lost. Those sharp deployed remembrances. Like your son Ferdinand.
I am woe for us.
Irreparable is the loss, and patience, since it is past her cure.
I rather think you have not sought her help, of whose soft grace for the like loss I have her sovereign aid, and rest myself content.
You? The like loss?
As great to me, as late, and to make the loss supportable have I means much weaker than you may call on to comfort yourself. For I have lost my daughter.
Daughter? Oh heavens, they were living both in Naples, the king and queen there. They were. I wish myself were mud in that oozy bed where my son lies. Where did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest. I do perceive these lords at this encounter do so much admire that they devour their reason, and scarce think their eyes do them offices of truth. Their words are natural breath. But howsoever you have been jostled from your senses, know this for certain, that I am Prospero, and that very same duke that was thrust forth from Milan was, on this island where thou was strangely wrecked, landed to be lord on it. But no more yet of this. For it is a chronicle of day by day, not a relation for breakfast, nor befitting this first meeting. Welcome, sir. This cell's my court. Here have I attendants few, and subjects none abroad. I pray you look in. My dukedom, since you have given me again, I will requite you with as good a thing. At least bring as much comfort to you as my dukedom me.
Sweet lord, you play me false.
No, my dearest love. I would not for the world.
Yes! For a score of kingdoms we should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
This is a vision of the island. When to your son shall I twice lose?
Most high miracle. Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I have cursed them without cause.
Let all the blessings of God Father compass thee about. Arise! Say how thou camest here.
Oh, wonder. How many goodly creatures are there here? How beautiful mankind is. How brave your world that has such people in it.
'Tis new to thee.
Who's this maid with whom thou wast at play? The eldest acquaintance talked in 3 hours. Also has served us and brought us together.
Sir, she is mortal. But by a mortal providence, she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for his advice, nor thought I had one. She is daughter to this famous Duke of Milan, of whom I have so often heard renowned, but never saw before, of whom I have received a second life, and second father this lady makes him to me.
I'm hers. Oh, how all you would send us as my child Virginians.
There, sir. Stop. Let us not trouble our remembrances with a heaviness that's gone.
I have inly wept, or should have spoke ere this. Look down, you gods, and on this couple drop a blessed crown. For it is you that have trod forth the way which has brought us hither.
I say amen, Gonzalo.
Was Milan thrust Milan that its issue should become kings of Naples? Overjoyed beyond a common joy and set it down on gold with lasting pillars. In one voyage did Clerval her husband find in Tunis, and Ferdinand her brother found a wife when he himself was lost. Prosper was due to him in a while, and all of us ourselves that no man was his own.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow embrace his heart that doth not wish you joy.
Be it so. Amen. Oh, look, sir, there's more of us. I prophesied my gals on land this fellow could not drown. Now blastings were disgrace or born on earth on shore. Hast thou no mouth by land? What is the news?
The best news is that we have safely found our king and company. The next, our ship, which but 3 glasses since we gave us lit as tight and yare, and bravely rigged as when we first put out to sea.
Sir, all this service have I done since I went?
My tricksy spirit.
These are not natural events. They strengthen from strange to stranger. Say, how came you hither?
I did think, sir, I were well awake, but strive to tell you. We were dead asleep, and how we know not, all clapped under hatches, were but even now with several and strange noise of howling, roaring, shrieking, jingling, changing our first, it sounds horrible. We were waked, straightway at liberty, where we and all our trim freshly beheld our good, royal, and gallant ship, our master capering to Iron and trice so please you, or but even in a dream, were we separated from them, and were brought moping hither.
Was it well done?
Brave, my diligence. Thou shalt be free.
This is as strange a maze as ever a man trod. And there is in this business more than nature was ever conduct of. Some oracle must rectify our knowledge.
Sir, my liege, do not infest your mind with beating on the strangeness of this business. I've picked leisure, which shall be shortly single all resolved to you, which shall seem probable of all these happened events. Until when, be cheerful, and think of each thing well. Ariel, free Caliban and his companions, untie the spell. How fares my gracious sir? There are yet missing of your company some few odd lads that you remember not.
Every man shift for all the rest, and let no man take care for himself, for all but his fortune. Courage, courage!
He's been through some eyes without wearing inside my head. It's a goodly sight.
Sacrilege, these be brave spirits indeed. Find my masters. Afraid you'll chastise me.
Things of these, my Lord Antonio. Will money buy them?
Very like. One of them is a plain fish, but no doubt marketable. Mark but the badges of these men, my lords, then say if they be true. This misshapen knave, his mother was a witch, and one so powerful that could control the moon, make ebbs and flows, and deal in her command without her power. These 3 have robbed me, and this demi-devil, for he's a bastard one, had conspired with them against my life. 2 of these fellows you must know and own. This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
I shall be pinched to death. Is not this Stefano, my drunken butler?
Oh, he is drunk now. Where had you wine?
And Trinculo is really right. Where should they find this great liquor that half gilded him? How came you in this pickle?
Oh, I have been in such a pickle since I saw you last. I fear I will never be out of me bones. I shall not fear the fly blowing. Or how now, Stefano?
Oh, touch me not! I'm not Stefano, but a cramp!
You'd be king of the isle, Sirrah.
I should have been a sore one then.
This is the strangest things ever I looked on.
He's as disfigured in his manner as in his shape. Go, Sirrah, to my cell. Take with you your companions. As you look to have my pardon, trim it handsomely.
and I'll be wise hereafter and seek for grace. Thrice double asked was I to take this drunkard for a god and worship this dull fool.
Go to. Away.
Hence, this sword no longer be found it.
Stole it, rather. Sir, my liege, I invite your highness and your company to spend this one night in my poor cell. Part of which I'll waste with such discourse as I shall not doubt will make go quickly by. The story of my life, and these happened accidents gone by since I came to the isle. And in the morn, I'll bring you to your ship, and then to Naples, where I have hoped to see the nuptials of these, our dearly beloved, solemnized. And then retire to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave.
I long to hear the story of your life, which must seem to hear most strangely.
I'll deliver all, and promise calm seas, auspicious winds, and sails so expeditious, that shall catch your fleet far off. Ariel, chick, that is thy charge. Then to the elements, be free, and fare thou well. Please you, draw near. Now my charms are all overthrown, and what power I have's mine own, which is most faint. Now 'tis true, I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples, let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and pardoned the deceiver dwell, in this bare island, by your spell. But release me from my bands with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails must fill, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be relieved by prayer which pierces so that it assaults heaven itself and frees all thoughts. As you from crimes would pardoned be, let your indulgence set me